mortal be more righteous than God? Can a man be more pure than his Maker? If God places no trust in his servants, if he charges his angels with error, how much more those who live in houses of clay, whose foundations are in the dust, who are crushed more readily than a moth. Between dawn and dusk they are broken to pieces. Unnoticed they perish forever. Are not the cords of their tent pulled up so that they die without wisdom? Call if you will, but who will answer you? To which of the holy ones will you turn? Resentment kills a fool, and envy slays the simple. I myself have seen a fool taking roots, but suddenly his house was cursed. His children are far from safety, crushed in court without a defender. The hungry consume his harvest, taking it even from among the thorns, and the thirsty pant after his wealth. For hardship does not spring from the soil, nor does trouble sprout from the ground. Yet man is born to trouble, as surely as sparks fly upward. But if it were I would appeal to God. I would lay my cause before him. He performs wonders that cannot be fathomed, miracles that cannot be counted. He bestows rain on the earth. He sends water upon the countryside. The lowly he sets on high, and those who mourn are lifted to safety. He thwarts the plans of the crafty, so that their hands achieve no success. He catches the wise in their craftiness, and the schemes of the wily are swept away. Darkness comes upon them in the daytime. At noon they grope as in the night. He saves the needy from the sword in their mouth. He saves them from the clutches of the powerful. So the poor have hope, and injustice shuts its mouth. Blessed is the man whom God corrects. So do not despise the discipline of the Almighty, for he wounds, but he also binds up. He injures, but his hands also heal. From 6 calamities he will rescue you. In 7 no harm will befall you. In famine he will ransom you from death, and in battle from the stroke of the sword. You will be protected from the lash of the tongue, and need not fear when destruction comes. You will laugh at destruction and famine, and need not fear the beasts of the earth. For you will have a covenant with the stones of the field, and the wild animals will be at peace with you. You will know that your tent is secure. You will take stock of your property and find nothing missing. You will know that your children will be many, and your descendants like the grass of the earth. You will come to the grave in full vigor, like sheaves gathered in season. We have examined this, and it is true. So hear it, and apply it to yourself.
Your spirit in me, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bring peace to my heart. Open my mind and insert your wisdom in it. Place understanding in my heart. Surround me with peace and blessing. Teach me your ways so I follow them. Because I know that path leads to heaven, to eternal peace. I'm asking for peace in this world. You ready to give me peace in the next world? That's what makes God so great, how much he loves his children. Man, if you're a Jew and you don't get up every morning and jump for joy that God chose you amongst all the nations to be his nation, then I feel bad for you, bro. You gotta feel it deep in the marrow of your bones to know that it's an honor to be a Jew. It's an honor to be chosen by God. Can you imagine if the most famous person threw a party and invited everybody in the world? No, invited nobody in the world, but invited just a few people out of 7.9 billion people. He invited, a very few amount. And you are one of those people. Wouldn't you feel honored? Now imagine God is picking you. It's not some party in some house in Beverly Hills that comes and goes. And we seen that with Maui, bro. Fire like that mixed with wind, that's from the hand of God, yo. Why would he bring such destruction over there? I don't know. Only he can answer that. And I guarantee you in the end it's justice. How, I can never tell you. Because you look at people displaced and some of them look so nice. You know? You could tell a lot. Yo, it's crazy. Yo, panim bifnim. The shorish of the word panim. Panim means face. The root of the word face is bifnim. Inside, meaning everything that's inside your heart is written on your face. I could see who you are just by looking at you. You look like a gangster or you look like a nerd. Just by looking at you, I'll know. You understand? And believe me, there's nothing wrong with being a nerd. I have a book for kids called I Wish I Was a Nerd, because there was this kid who was getting bullied. They kept telling him, you're a nerd, you're a nerd, you're a nerd. He got so mad. So I came up to him. I said, why are you getting upset, yo? He's like, I don't like when they call me a nerd. So I looked at him and I said, I wish I was a nerd. And I don't look like no nerd. He's like, why would you want to be a nerd? I was like, because God loves nerds, yo. I don't understand. They're kind, they're humble, they're sweet. They don't gossip. They mind their own business. They don't talk. Unless they're spoken to, they're super righteous. Like, come on. They put their ego low, let it go, and know that God is running a show, bro. I wish I was a nerd. I said, listen, next time they call you a nerd, they're actually calling you a tzaddik. Yeah, these kids are bad kids, yo. They're wicked. That's why they act like that. So why, you want to be friends with them? Nah. So when they're calling you a nerd, thinking it's making fun of you, the opposite. They're actually saying that you're righteous. You should take pride in that. Just like you should take pride in being a Jew. That's what I was telling you before. So that's how I got him to get out of that problem with the nerds. It's crazy, yo. They have a lot of power. Once they see they get under your skin, that's it, yo. That's the trick of the bully. Once he sees he gets to you, that's it. He got you. That's it. That's why my mother says, don't ever let a person see your weakness. You want peace in your life, don't tell your business to nobody. Yo, so crazy. And there are people in this world that's what they do. They like to pick. They like to be difficult. They like to always look for a fight or try to get under your skin to mock you, to make fun of you. Ignore them, you win. Show them that you're going to put your ego low, let it go, and know that God is running the show. You make a joke out of it, they'll leave you alone. Once they see it doesn't bother you, they'll leave you alone. And how are they going to leave you alone? Because you just gave them a dose of the wisdom of God. You understand? It's all about psychology, about the way the mind works, the way you apply it to reality. But at the same time, you know there's a God above. Like I told someone today, sometimes, you know, you might think something, but if you see it with your eyes, bro, for sure you know. Yeah, you can think maybe this happened, that happened. You can envision how it happened. They can tell you what happened. But if you actually see it happen, every little aspect of the scene is deep in your brain. Do you understand? And I want you to get connected to God like that, yo, because when you connect to God, you connect to peace, blessing, love, harmony, chemistry, blessing. Everything beautiful about this world is connected to God. I'm going to talk to you real quick about not giving Judaism a bad name. So I'll tell you a few stories, you get the point. They don't want to gossip. You know, say, oh, Jews are dirty. Even if you're a Jew, don't say that, yo. Even if it's more than 50% of your nation are arrogant atheists, you still don't have permission to say that. You know why? Because you're dissing God's children and you're dissing your brother. Don't do that. You can say what's going on is wrong, but don't insult. You see, that's the key. That's the key. You gotta understand, bro. If you want to say, I dislike this person because he goes against God, that's it. You don't have to make fun of them. You don't have to draw pictures of them. You don't have to like diss their wives. You don't have to make fun of their kids. You don't have to go get a mob to go to his house to protest on his lawn. None of this garbage, yo. Classy, you said what you said, and that's it. So that's a good lesson to learn. So Judaism, don't give Judaism a bad name. So I'll tell you a quick story that will illustrate that beautifully. So Reish Lakish and Avahu were walking by a city, and it was a very wicked city. And Avahu said to Reish Lakish, this city is wicked, like Reka, like they're ugly, wicked, evil people. But they were all Jewish, so Reish Lakish bent down and he got some dirt and he shoved it in his mouth. And he said, don't you ever disrespect the children of God. You understand? That story is deep, yo. They teach you a lesson, yo. don't want to give Jews a bad name. That's why I don't even feel bad, yo. I was about to say I feel sorry, but I really don't. I'm actually going to rejoice in their destruction. These people that curse Israel, death to Israel, death to this, death to... Yo, these people are beyond tripping. Like these Iranian, I told us, yo, these dudes are tripping. They have no idea the punishment that's going to come to them for cursing Israel. Yo, go look in the Torah, bro. I'm going to show you how Hashem puts his honor down for the honor of his children. So Moshe Rabbeinu said to God, they're not going to listen to me. You told me to take them out of Egypt, yeah? To announce to them, I'm ready to take it. They're going to laugh at me. So Hashem got mad. But why? Why did he get mad? Because Moshe Rabbeinu contradicted his word? No. Because Moshe Rabbeinu doubted his children. So right away his hand turned leprous. The staff in his hand turned into a snake. Why? Because he just spoke Lashon Hara about Bnei Israel. Was it the truth? Yes. Absolutely it was the truth. But he doubted them. Yo. Or maybe it wasn't the truth completely because the Jews really wanted to get saved. But at the same time, they were on the 49th level of impurity, yo. Completely immersed with the Egyptians. With the idolatry, with the immorality, bro, you don't understand. It has a special, just like, see, could you understand that people used to bow down to idols? It doesn't make sense. A wooden stone, the idol, you just made it, and you bow down to it. It doesn't make sense. But it has some kind of a special power. Just like the immorality today has that, yo. The women, when you look at them and get turned on, there's something extra. It's not like just, if you wouldn't think you would get that turned on from a woman. You know, her beauty, fine, so she's cute, but why do you get so turned on? Because there's something there, yo. There's something drawing you into that sin. It's deep, yo. It's deep. You don't understand, yo. If you're clever, you respect that and stay far away from that. Out of sight, out of mind, yo. Why do you think it says you're not even allowed to enjoy from the beauty of a finger of a woman? Go tell it to the kids today, yo. They'll go crazy. The finger of a, what are you talking about? The Gemara already knew, yo. The Gemara played chess. Y'all playing checkers. Don't kiss a woman. Why? What's the big deal? I want to kiss a girl. I kiss a girl. Nah, bro. Because the kissing leads to other things, understand? And then God forbid it could be an abortion, and you know that, yo. You know that in the heat of the moment, it's very difficult to say no, yo. You know what time it is, yo. Because we all been through it. Don't do it, you understand? Be pure, be holy, bro. That would be a great way to connect to God. Just from being pure and holy. And one of the best ways to be pure and holy is to not gossip. To not be a gossip monger, to not cause problems between people. I've seen parents, yo, see their kids fighting and they don't get involved. I heard this one parent, I'm not going to get involved. It's not going to, it's your children. You should make peace between them. What do you mean you're not going to get involved? It reminds me of this one principal I had. I'm not even going to diss this dude, yo. So, you know what, bro? I want to say the story. I'm going to say the story, but it's just whack when I think about him here. I was in such a good mood that I just thought about this dude. And already it took away my happiness, but someone bring it right back, yo. That's why I'm not even going to talk about it, yo. Bottom line is when you see two Jews arguing, you should try to make peace between them like Aaron. You shouldn't just ignore the situation knowing that, God forbid, it could lead to a big fight because you don't care. See, that's the whole thing, yo. If you cared, you do everything in your power to make peace or to at least calm the situation down, but you don't care. It's obvious, yo, with your actions, yo. That's what I like about this world, man. Eventually, you're gonna get exposed, bro. It's not, we're gonna see who you really are. You can only put on an act for so long. You know what I mean? But sometimes you get a spirit, you get a feeling. And the closer you get to God, the closer you get those feelings, yo. And those feelings are dope. Because you'll know right away not to even talk to this person. And they could look like the nicest person, yo, but you get a feeling. I mean, that's what God puts in your heart to let you know. Stay away from this dude. He's dirty. This is how it goes, bro. Get close to God, you find out, yo. You want to tell the Shabbat Shalom Dave story? Alright, I'll tell the Shabbat Shalom Dave story. Because it's a dope story, yo. So there was this dude, his name was Dave, right? Completely secular dude. So he watches some video on YouTube, some rabbi is like really impressed. He starts to realize that his life is all a waste. He did nothing spiritual. He realizes there's life and death, heaven and hell. That's it. He wants to do tshuva. He goes upstate to yeshiva. And he's there for a year and everything's going great. So after a year, he wants to go back home. Now, you know, his old lifestyle, his ex-goya girlfriend, smoking weed with his boys, his mother and father are complete atheists, you know what I mean? So he goes to the rabbi and says, listen, I just want to go home, visit my mom, visit my boys. I just see them, you know, especially my mom. She calls me every night begging me to come. So, you know, kibud aveim, I got to go see my parents. So the rabbi said, absolutely not, bro. You're going to go back. Your whole Shabbat's going to be destroyed in a week. What do you think? You're going to go over there? You're going to be right back with your goya girlfriend, smoking weed. He's like, Rabbi, what are you kidding me, man? Look at me. Look how much I grew. The rabbi told him, just like you grew, you can also fall back, bro. Don't underestimate the power, the beauty of a woman. Nah, Rabbi, come on, you're exaggerating. So he said to him, nah, I forbid you to go. So he said, okay, no problem. So he went upstairs that night and escaped. Drove home. Needless to say, after a couple of weeks, back with the goya girlfriend, smoking weed. His parents are trying to convince him, like, what are you wasting your time? Have fun. This is all baloney. Nobody really knows. Giving this speech like the Satan himself. Yo, it's crazy. How if the Satan sees that you're weak, he'll attack, enter your spirit, and speak to your mouth, yo. Crazy. So he's chilling with his goya girlfriend. He's back, you know, smoking the weed. His mom and dad are convincing him that God is fake. So now he finds himself Friday night sitting in front of the TV, ready to put it on, but he feels bad. So he says to God, you know what? I don't want to break Shabbat. I've been keeping Shabbat for a year. I'm proud of myself, but I need a sign. Give me a sign. I want a sign by 8:15 that you're real. So he waits till 8:15, no sign. So now he says to God, I tell you what, I'll give you till 10:30. If by 10:30 you don't give me a sign, then you're not real. Because if you were real, you give me a sign. 10:30 comes, no sign. So he goes, you know what, God? I like baseball. 3 strikes, you're out. If you don't give me a sign by 12:15, I break Shabbat and it's on you. God forbid he spoke like that, but that's how he spoke. 12:15 comes, no sign. He gets so annoyed. He picks up the remote and he goes to put on the TV. Now he goes to put on Channel 4. That's the channel that's on the TV. It's the David Letterman show. Friday night, 12:15. David Letterman happens to be interviewing Tom Hanks, who just happened to come back from Israel filming a movie. So David Letterman said to Tom Hanks, do me a favor, look in the camera and say something in Hebrew. So he goes, okay, which camera? He goes, this one. And he gets on the camera. Now, this guy Dave goes to put on the TV, and Tom Hanks is looking at him. So he clicks the TV on, it turns on, and it's Tom Hanks looking at him, and this is what Tom Hanks tells him. Shabbat Shalom, Dave. And right away he knew that was his sign. Yo, he shook. The remote dropped, and he realized he can't even shut off the TV because then he'd be breaking Shabbat. So he left the TV on. He went into another room, went to sleep that night, got up early, left his mother a letter, and bounced right back to the yeshiva. And the rabbi knew exactly what he was talking about because he understood. He understood the power of the beauty of a woman. Gotta be clever out there, yo, because God will make some good-looking women, yo. And then you're gonna get seduced by their beauty. It's a problem, yo. That could lead you to commit adultery, yo. Think about that. You don't even think like that. Like, you don't even think like that, yo. It's crazy. But tell me that's not true. That could be, you know, you could get loose with the way you are with that. And then, you know, always hooking up with girls, doing this, doing that. You get a taste for that sin. And now you see a married woman that you long for her, you desire for her, could be committing one of the worst sins ever, yo. They'll stone you to death, yo. Yo, this world doesn't understand. Even if you're supposed to get skilah and there's no court, what do you think? You got away with it, bro? They'll give you stoning from heaven, bro. What do you think, bro? It could come in a lot of different ways, yo. Yo. Y'all think you're gonna run away from the justice of God? Where you gonna run to? There's not an inch in this universe that he does not own, that he does not control. Are you kidding me? 2 guys were fighting over some land. 2 neighbors next to each other. A little strip of land. it's mine, no, it's mine, it's mine. Like back and forth. They see this rabbi go by, hey, rabbi, get over here. They call the rabbi over. The rabbi's going, what is wrong with you guys? Oh, it's my land, it's my land. So the rabbi said, so what do you want from me? He said, I want you to tell us whose land it is. Well, you're a rabbi, no? Don't you speak to God? So he goes, all right, I'll tell you whose land it is. And he gets down on his knees and puts his ear to the floor, to the grass. So they're looking at this guy like, what a clown. What is he talking to the grass? Was the grass speaking? He's listening? Give me a break. So the rabbi gets up, so they mock him. So he says, oh, what did it say? What did it say, rabbi? So he goes, the land told me to tell you it's not yours and it's not yours. But one day both of you will be mine. That's what he told me to tell you. And then he walked away. They were in shock, yo. And they realized right there, you know what? Let's not fight over something so small. It's not worth it. It was a rabbi. He had a $5,000 Kiddush cup. And he took it outside, you know, in his community to show the people. And the guy comes up to him and goes, Rabbi, can I see that cup? He goes, yeah, here. So the guy took the cup, he ran. So the rabbi chased after him. He made a left, he made a right. He went up, he went down. Finally, the thief is hiding behind a dumpster with the cup shaking. So he goes to peek out, and who does he see? The rabbi. Rabbi, I'm so sorry. Here, take the cup. I want to do tshuva. So the rabbi tells him, if I don't want the cup, take the cup. He said, didn't you chase me for the cup? He goes, no, I chased you to tell you that the cup is worth $5,000. So when you sell it, make sure you get $5,000. Yo, this thief was so impressed. He said to him, are you serious? He goes, yeah, why not? I was bragging. I was showing the cup. Hashem sent you to take it for me to teach me a lesson, to put my ego low and not to brag. And I figured, you know what? Why don't I change it into like a positive? I did something wrong. Let me fix it. So I had mercy on it. And I said, you know what? Make sure you get this amount for it. Maybe it will spark your heart to do tshuva. And look, it did. They started to talk. He became the rabbi's best friend. And needless to say, the rabbi got him out of that foolishness. Understand? Don't ever take another man's property, yo. A man would be ready to kill if you take his property, yo. Remember that, yo. Blast you to another universe and won't even be guilty. That's why it says when a thief goes to rob, he's prepared that the owner's ready to fight for his property, yo. Don't think he's not. He is. He knows. So that's what makes a thief also bad, that he doesn't care. He's ready to harm others to take property, yo. Yo, it's so demonic. I like what it says, yo. The fool will scorn the wisdom of your words. Don't debate a Democrat, bro. Because the fool will scorn the wisdom of your words. You know, do I feel sorry for her? No, I don't. Yo, these two girls I'm about to name, I usually don't name names, yo. But I'm going to name these two names because of how they gloat over the issues that Donald Trump has. Like, these two girls take pleasure in the fact that this guy might, God forbid, go to jail unjustly for God knows how many years, man. Everyone knows in the end he's not going to go to jail. At least we hope and pray to God. He might, you know, win again. I hope he does, bro. But I wouldn't be surprised if he lost. Not because he's not capable, he's the best. But because they cheat, they lie. And then they cheat and they lie, and then they say that you're the one that cheated. And they look like they managed to get away with it, yo. Don't ever think they did or do, because they don't. God is watching the whole time, setting the trap. They're digging their grave deeper. They're getting sucked into the quicksand and they don't even realize it, yo. Just like the walls of Jerusalem sank until they finally sank into the ground and they didn't have to be destroyed because Hashem didn't want the enemy to claim that they destroyed the outside of his house. Hashem doesn't like to get attached to wicked, you know what I mean? That's why I send the Satan to destroy them. He doesn't even go himself, yo. And look how he met Ezekiel in the plain. How he came to meet Moshe Rabbeinu and Aaron by the tent of the meeting. He was already there. Of course he was already there. He's everywhere. What you mean? But the fact that he was already there, he descended. He came down to speak to Moshe Rabbeinu. Yo. May I have the merit one day for God to talk to me. And may it only be beautiful words of encouragement. blessing. Amen. Give my mother peace, Hashem. Calm her down so she feels no anxiety or no stress. That you put your loving hand on her and heal her. Thank God she's good, but she could be better. And I call upon your holy name and the power and the strength that you possess to help her if she has the merit, or if I have the merit to help her. Either way, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, please give my mother peace. And look at how many times we say in the prayer, peace, peace for Israel. Amen. Should always be peace for Israel. No Israel, no Torah, bro. Can't have one without the other. That's our land. That's the land that Hashem took away from the 7 Canaanite nations and gave it to us. Like what? And who's going to challenge his verdict? Somebody's going to get up and challenge God's word? I want to see it. Oh yeah, they talk tough today. I want to meet and greet with God. I told this dude, you better be careful what you wish for, bro. I'll give you a real meet and greet. You get so nervous, bro, you commit suicide. What are you, crazy? Yo. Pour out the words of your wisdom, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Teach us your ways, your righteousness, your prudence, your compassionate and abundant in kindness, preserver of truth. I love that one, yo. Because you know what? You could have all the mercy in the world and all the compassion and all the grace, but if it's not tempered by the truth, then it's not worth nothing. Then you can give love where love doesn't need to be given. You can actually get a sin. That's why it's so important that you have the body to correct the soul. And how do you correct the soul? By changing the way you walk and talk, the way you act, the gratefulness you show, the holiness you exude. These are things that will get you that. May you bless me always, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Love me and let me know that I'm yours forever, so that I can bask in the glory of your wisdom. The might of your words are heavy. Forever loving you, Hashem, because you're forever loving me. Is there another nation that he would hold out his hand and grab yours and tell you that he loves you, hug you, and then protect you? Who could claim that? We could claim that because God is ours. He gave us the Torah. He gave us the oral law. He gave us the ways of His Majesty to teach the world how to behave. Fix your flaws. Follow the laws, bro. Get closer to God than you've ever been. Man, I was reading some old notes from my kids that I used to teach, man. All of them spoke about put your ego low. And a lot of them spoke about how I taught them Torah. Thank you for teaching us Torah. Yo, kids are so cute, yo. Holy, holy, bro. That's why when you see them, you smile. Because they're holy. There's no sin attached to them, you understand? That's beautiful. And may I have the merit to have children. Amen. Ken, here it's all. Love you, Hashem.
I raise my voice to all mankind. You who are simple, gain prudence. You who are foolish, gain understanding. Listen, for I have worthy things to say. I open my lips to speak what is right. My mouth speaks what is true, for my lips detest wickedness. All the words of my mouth are just. None of them is crooked or perverse. To the discerning all of them are right. They are faultless to those who have knowledge. Choose my instruction instead of silver, knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is more precious than rubies, and nothing you desire can compare with her. I, wisdom, dwell together with prudence. I possess knowledge and discretion. To fear the Lord is to hate evil. I hate pride and arrogance, evil behavior and perverse speech. Counsel and sound judgment are mine. I have understanding and power. By me kings reign and rulers make laws that are just. By me princes govern and all nobles who rule on earth. I love those who love me, and those who seek me find me. With me are riches and honor, enduring wealth and prosperity. My fruit is better than fine gold. What I yield surpasses choice silver. I walk in the way of righteousness, along the paths of justice, bestowing wealth on those who love me and making their treasuries full. The Lord brought me forth as the first of his works, before his deeds of old. I was appointed from eternity, from the beginning, before the world began. When there were no oceans, I was given birth. When there were no springs abounding with water, before the mountains were settled in place, before the hills, I was given birth. Before he made the earth or its fields, or any of the dust of the world. I was there when he set the heavens in place, when he marked out the horizon on the face of the deep, when he established the clouds above and fixed securely the fountains of the deep, when he gave the sea its boundary, so the waters would not overstep his command, and when he marked out the foundations of the earth. Then I was the craftsman at his side. I was filled with delight day after day, rejoicing always in his presence, rejoicing in his whole world and delighting in mankind. Now then, my sons, listen to me. Blessed are those who keep my ways. Listen to my instruction and be wise. Do not ignore it. Blessed is the man who listens to me, watching daily at my doors, waiting at my doorway. For whoever finds me finds life and receives favor from the Lord, but whoever fails to find me harms himself. All who hate me love death.